And I love the whole story of Merle. I'm kind of a Merle nut. I got to spend a couple of days with him, 3 days with him, and he was quite kind to me. He didn't have to be, like I say, but he was. He was very kind. And you better be careful if you're going to smoke weed with him, because he had the very best weed. It was, yeah, I think those old guys like him, they're just like so used to it because they've been doing it forever. Crazy, but really a sweet guy and an incredible talent. And I read both his books that he wrote about his life, and he was born in a boxcar. His father worked for the Santa Fe Railroad, and his father got a boxcar and converted it into a house in Oildale, California, next to the tracks where the Santa Fe was. Pretty humble beginnings, and what I love about that whole thing about California is the sound that came out of the Bakersfield area. It was incredible, with the California Okies migrating there and bringing their music. And Nashville would like you to think they invented country music, but fuck them. They might be responsible for the demise of country, with all the crap they put out. But Bakersfield was a happening thing, and those cats recorded with the bands that they played with 7 nights a week in all those rough joints down there. And that's how you make a real band, to play together every night. And so Merle and Buck, and there was Bill Mize, Henson Bill Mize, and there was radio shows out of Bakersfield. And so you go down Bakersfield and you cross the Kern River right there on Congress Street, I believe it is. And then there's boom, Oildale, this disheveled, holy terror of a place. And that's where Merle was from. And then he was so California Okie. When I started, learning how to play the electric guitar, I'd go over to Salinas, to the American Legion on Sunday afternoons, jam day, and they'd have me play, and I'd play with all these old guys. And it was my country calisthenics. I learned how to play Statue of a Fool, and there stands the glass, and please don't play 811. Tiger by the Tail, and some great songs. And those guys were all second generation California Okies. So I was used to them, and on Saturday or Sunday afternoon, the jam session, I'd always go there and play, and I'd get a gig for the next week. Mike, if you want to come down to with us, we're playing down at the King City Armory next Saturday night. There's $65 in it for you if you come down. It was a lot of money, and I would go play with these guys. Carl Meeks and Gold Coast played. These old guys in a van. Oh my God. Drunk on the way home. Jesus. Anyway, I digress. So I got with Ramblin' Jack. We were Bob Dylan's guests for 3 nights at the Paramount Theater in Oakland, California in 2006. The opening act every night was Merle Haggard and the Strangers. So I was so happy. So I watched Merle do the sound check, which he turned into a rehearsal teaching his band new songs, and I got to meet him, and just him and Jack just talked. When I get around people like that, I don't need to say anything. That's when I hear what they got to say. And they talked about why Woody Guthrie isn't in the Country Music Hall of Fame, and they talked about Jimmy Rogers, the singing brakeman. These iconic figures. And so the next night 2, and then I ate dinner with Merle, and he invited me to eat with him and with the crew. We ate with the crew downstairs, with the stage crew and everything. It was great. But I was outside smoking a cigarette with Dylan's drummer and one of his truck drivers, and this door opened. This is the back door, and you go up these steps, and there was a back street, and Merle walked out. And we just stopped talking, and Merle walked out. And it was classic Merle. He had this gray sweatshirt with the sleeves cut off, no hat. He just had his hands in his pockets, and he walked out, and he was just staring up at this tree, and we all just shut up. And then he spoke. He said, Mike, I used to smoke. And of course, I was thrilled that Merle remembered my name. And he said, I quit back in 94. They say it makes you live longer. And I don't know if that's true. But hell, it feels longer. Which was a classic California Okie. So when Merle passed, I wrote a song for him. Is there Merle fans here?
Absolutely.
So it's got some little snippets of Merle in it. It's called The Son of the Sandwall King. And someday when things are good, I'm gonna leave you. And that's just exactly what he did. You know, he kicked out the footlights one more time, sat down, wrote his last song. Now the son of the Sandwall King has done moved on. Well, when the worst hard times drove the Okies west, and the dust began to blow, and the lonesome sound of the Santa Fe whistle got down in the young man's soul. Yeah, them valley towns, they were pretty rough. They really got that good man down to 2 hard years in Quentin, turned his life around. And someday when things are good, I'm gonna leave you. And that's just exactly what he did. You know, he kicked out the footlights one more time, sat down, wrote his last song. Now the son of the Sandwall King still moved on. Stealing cars and roughneck bars, forever the running kind. Memories of a daddy who left too soon were never far behind. He showed weakness and he showed strength, the plight of the working man. Disappearing America, hard times across this land. And someday when things are good, I'm gonna leave you. And that's just exactly what he did. You know, he kicked out the footlights one more time, sat down, wrote his last song. Now the son of the Sandwall King has done moved on. I dreamed the fish was biting. There was a smile on his face. And the fiddles and guitars picking round the shores of Shasta Lake. And the lonesome sound of the boxcars rumbling down the track. Rainbow stew and free bubble up, pretty woman to rub his back. And someday when things are good, I'm gonna leave you. And that's just exactly what he did. You know, he kicked out the footlights one more time, sat down, wrote his last song. Now the son of the Sandwall King done moved on. Muskogee, he done moved.